Friday night in old Saigon. Just finished teaching in District 12 and now I'm headed back to District 2 again, where I'm going to stay for another few more days. Maybe up to a week, and then I'm going to find another place to go. My hotel room's a little leaky, and even the air conditioning's dripping on my head at night. If they put the air conditioner above the bed, it's probably a bad idea. But I can sleep without it. Traffic's not too bad tonight for a Friday night, but the weather's very nice. I bet it's very crowded at Bui Vien Walking Street. I'm not going to go there. I don't really feel like having fun tonight or spending any money. Can't party every night, as much as I'd like to. It's a lot of fun at Walking Street though. I really enjoy that. So many people from all over the world come here. And you can meet Vietnamese that speak English, and you can also meet people from all over the world. Everyone's pretty much communicating in English. Speed bumps here make my bike rattle. I'm still trying to find someone to put that housing on my bike. I will find somebody. Or else I'm just going to take the rest of the plastic off the bike. Maybe that's what I need to do. Get this light. It's kind of a long one. Chance to see around Vietnam Plaza. This is Friday night traffic. Doesn't look too bad up ahead. Sometimes that intersection that I'm about to come to, it gets pretty crowded. You see the skyscraper in the background? It's a good landmark, that particular building. Good landmark at night. You can see it easily. The moon's out tonight. It was a pretty easy night. I had three classes and an exam. They often get the foreign teachers to give exams. Basically, it's just a speaking test. I ask them things like, what's your name? What's your surname? How do you spell it? Where do you live? How do you go to school? What's your best friend's name? And what are you wearing? Most of the students did pretty well. Sometimes they ask me to speak Vietnamese, but man, it's so difficult. I try to learn it. I try to pick up as much as I can, whenever I can. When I'm at KFC, they're playing videos on the TV, like a KFC commercial in Vietnamese. They have the words on the screen, so you can kind of follow along. So difficult. It's very difficult, especially pronunciation. It's so hard to say it correctly. Yeah, it's very difficult to say correctly. Even the simple stuff, they don't always understand what you're saying. For example, if you want to take something away, you just say mang di. Take away, mang di. But about half of them don't understand when I say that. It's even on the sign right there on by their food. It says mang di, and I point at it, and they know what I said. I don't know how I'm saying it wrong, but it's just I say it differently than they do. I can make it. I can make it. Should be able to make it. One hand tied behind the back. I don't like to go in front of cars like that. I used to go that way when I was living in Vietnam. It's not too difficult to drive with one hand here if you're going slow like I am. If you want to go fast here and cut through traffic, then you're probably going to need two hands. And I can do it. I can go fast here, but I recommend that you don't. It's too dangerous. And I'm not in a hurry. I'd like to actually show you stuff, so I'm kind of going a little slower than normal, but you probably can't see it very well. I've been watching some of my videos, and some of it turns out okay, but a lot of it's kind of blurry for you. If you're watching my videos, I really appreciate it. You're very kind. My goodness. I'd like to get another camera, put a GoPro on my head, and use two cameras, and then I can maybe splice them together. Actually, I'm doing it like this because I'm not doing any editing. I'm just recording and then uploading it. I should get some of this meat tonight, huh? But I don't want to wait for it. It's cheap. I think it's only like $5,000 for 4 little pieces of meat. She has like shrimp in there. There's beef and pork, sausage. I don't know what that stuff is up top. No, I'm not ready for street food yet. I'm sticking to the same food every day. Almost every meal. Basically, I'm just eating tuna and chicken right now. That's it. I want to see how that works out for me. Yeah, they like loud music here. They really like loud music. Let's see, picking something up. I had some more advanced students tonight. They were maybe 12 to 14. Their English is pretty good. They were asking me about my ex-wife and about my grandkids. And we learned about geography a little bit. They learn out of the prepare books. I taught out of prepare before. They're okay. It's okay. A lot of the teaching materials here are British, which is not cool if you're not British. I mean, it's okay, but they're gonna, the students will have questions about words and things. I try to explain to them that Americans and British say some things a little differently. For example, the British say maths instead of math. It's unusual for me. I don't know why they turn it into a plural. But they don't turn everything into a plural. Like Englishes. Time to study Englishes. I don't know. They say lorry instead of truck and lavatory instead of toilet, I guess. Just things like that. And every once in a while I'll come across a word that I don't really know what it is. I have to look it up. Yeah, I love teaching. I really do. I love my students. I sat and drew pictures on little whiteboards for about 30 minutes with a little lady. She was about 5. Cute little thing. I would draw something on a whiteboard and then she would trade me whiteboards. Every time I drew something, she made me switch with her. Let's see if I can make this happen. Not get crushed. I'm gonna have to sit tonight. Watch this. Oh, I'm gonna cut behind this lady here. I'll let her block for me. Yeah, there we go. That's always a good idea. She may get taken out, but maybe they won't. Maybe they'll stop. Have a lot of jewelry stores here and a lot of gold. I think gold is like a big thing here. They have a lot of it. I don't know if it's worth more than it is in the USA. I think I've heard conflicting reports about that. I think it's kind of a rip-off in the USA, like everything else. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff in the USA is overpriced. For no good reason, really. I get kind of tired of that. Like the tariffs that Trump is renegotiating. I mean, if you want to buy a Cadillac Escalade here, it's going to cost you $500,000. It's going to cost you $400,000 to start. Oh wow, what's going on here? Look at this mess. I don't know what's happening, but it's gonna be fun. Oh man. "24 seconds. And I'm gonna try to get through this with one hand tied behind my back. We'll see if I can make it happen. That's Ben Thanh Market right there. Pretty big market in Saigon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time to go. Time for you to stop, because it's time for me to go. Too much of a problem. Yeah, I'm totally cool with Trump renegotiating tariffs. I think it makes a lot of sense. It also makes sense why the previous presidents never did it, because they're globalist minions and they were not trying to help the economy, they're trying to kill it. They want global government, they're going to have to crush the American worker, and they've been doing a pretty good job of that for decades. That's why Trump got elected, by the way. Trump got elected by millions of people in the USA, and those people who voted for Trump, they know full well he's keeping his campaign promises. That's why his approval ratings are so high. The whole Democrat narrative about Russia, they had that plan for a long time. See, they want to reignite the Cold War. Did you see the movie Red Sparrow? It come out in February. A spy thriller about Russia. Propaganda film, really, is what it is. I didn't really watch it because I can't stand movies, especially not propaganda movies. Most of them are, but I did watch Jay Dyer's analysis of it, and he watched it, and he gave a pretty good report about why they would produce something like that. It's part of the narrative that Russia is out to get America, and everybody from Russia is bad. Like the little Russian lady they arrested, they got her in jail. And you want to say it's not a police state? How is it not a police state? What did that lady do? They want people to come in from Mexico and all over the world and vote illegally. But she can't. She was dating someone. She's living a life in America. She can't have political views. She's a Russian spy because she has political views. She didn't spy on anybody. She's not accused of spying on anybody, stealing any secrets or nothing. But they got her in jail. Got to further that narrative. Okay? They got to create a world for the left to believe in, because reality is out of touch for them. Russia. I'm not really a Trump supporter. I'm a Russian bot living in a communist country.